In this case, the Vice President, and that includes also the accountant.
Yes, Mr.
Okay. Now, can you name the special disbursement officer disbursing?
Sa pagkakataon na makapagtanong konting clarificatory questions. Naalala ko lang si Ma'am Sakua. Ma'am, magandang hapon po sa inyo. Kayo po yung nakatabi ko last time sa nakaraang hearing. It's a pleasure to meet you again, everyone, sa ating mga resource speakers from COA. Meron na po akong konting katanungan if you could enlighten this humble representation, ma'am. Regarding po doon sa procurement process na ginagawa natin sa pag-acquire dito sa Office of the Vice President or procurement process in general. Ano po ba yung mga steps? Briefly lang, ma'am. Ano po ba yung mga steps na dinadaanan ng mga bidders?
May I still have our EDLCs, wala nang procurement sa...
Yusek Toledo, could you please respond to the query of the Honorable Judicial?
May I request Mr. Chair of the request for query, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Chair, I was just simply asking very briefly, ano po ba yung proseso ng procurement process? Very briefly, dinadaanan ng isang bidder.
Based doon sa rule po natin sa 9184 po, siyempre po ang procurement po natin dumadanan. Normally, is through bidding process po siya. Wherein, of course, the bidders, contractors will have to submit their bidding documents and that will be processed and evaluated by the PAC po. That's one process.
Meron pong ano yan, di ba? Ang tawag doon yung pre-bid
Pre-bid.
conference. Tapos meron tayong public bidding, bid evaluation rating, tsaka post-qualification, tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
The reason why I was asking this question, Mr. Chair, para makita lang yung maraming steps ang dinadaanan ng ating gobyerno para mapusisi maigi yung mga bidders na nag-a-apply sa ating gobyerno. So maraming steps ang dinadaanan po. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes, Your Honor.
Opo. Yung tanong ko lang po, I think na-mention na rin, pero gusto ko malaman, categorically, sino po ba sa DepEd or ang nagde-determine ng eligibility and qualifications ng isang bidder?
Mr. Chair, probably it's not specific for DepEd, but there is also what we call for every agency, there is a bank po na determine po ng qualified bidders po.
Yung back.
Yes po.
Ano po ba ibig sabihin ng back?
Bids and awards committee po.
Yung po pala yung back. Yung important kasi na qualification po yata doon sa mga bidders, yung kapasidad din nila kung kaya nilang magawa o masupply yung mga binibid nila ng mga kontrata. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, definitely, Mr. Chair. Of course, they have to check kung pwede nila i-deliver exactly the programs or projects na binibid nila, Mr. Chair.
So we could easily say that it should be a minimum requirement na pinakaunang pamantayan natin yung capacity ng isang bidder na kaya talaga na dapat i-deliver yung binibid niya. Tama po ba yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So kung siya minimum, ang isang dapat scrutinize din natin sa mga kumpanya na nag-a-apply na mag-supply sa iba't ibang ahensya ng ating pamahalaan, yung capacity to pay, kailangan nating mas scrutinize yung capital niya. Tama po ba yun?
Yeah, yes, Mr. Chair, the capacity para ma-deliver niya is one of that. Qualification is to look at the capacity, yung capitalization niya. Kumbaga,
Tama kasi, am I correct in saying na ang capitalization ng isang kumpanya, hindi lamang doon kukunin yung amount ng pag-supply niya, nung binid niya, o hindi pati yung basic operations ng kumpanya, hindi po ba kasama na doon sa capitalization niya?
I think, Mr. Chair, kung pati operations dapat kasama rin po dun sa capitalization niya, pero how to operate that corporation or the bidders or contractors, Mr. Chair.
So, sa pagkaintindi ko po sa ating maiksing pag-uusap, tama po ba na dapat may kapasidad sa kapital ng isang kumpanya sa pagsali sa mga bidding process sa gobyerno?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Having said that, Your Honor, there are some informations na na-receive ng inyong lingkod. I was really able to gather some information relative to the actual procurement recently entered by the DepEd. Pakisabi na lang po at pakiconfirm, should you know, if not, please verify these pieces of information na masabit sa committee. Unang-una yung Advanced Solutions Inc. Isa po ba itong kumpanya na nag-apply ng bidding sa DepEd? Sa COA na po siguro ito?
Mr. Chair.
Before you proceed, we have yet to open the motion at the motu proprio. So we have to limit our question to the office of the Vice President. But of course, later after the preliminary determination, we can proceed. But in the meantime, we have to limit the line of questioning to the office of the Vice President.
Thank you for the enlightenment, Mr. Chair. Having heard the opinion of the chairman, I would reserve my questions for a later time. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
If this committee is not lenient and never give her the due courtesy to her office, we never allow her to deliver this sponsorship miracle because in fact, we cannot even ask question to her, Mr. Chairman. Now, Mr. Chairman, let me proceed with regards to the COA, particularly to the COA.
please
Now,
continue.
Now, Mr. Chairman, let me address this to COA. I have between Joint Memorandum Circular 2015-01. And this is all about, I am correct, that this is all about confidential fund. Tama ko ba?
Attorney Camora.
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, GNC 2015-01. And I have also with me your memorandum circular in which this representation question that should be revised since last year. Memorandum Circular 97-002. Do you confirm? It is all about special cash advances. Tama mo ba? MC 97-002.
Meron po, Mr. Chair.
Are you familiar with that?
Me personally, Mr. Chair, hindi po.
Oh, this is a Memorandum Circular 97 and this Joint Memorandum Circular 2015. And if you are not familiar with this, how can I ask question and how can you answer the question with regards to your mandate and your responsibility with regards to this Memorandum Circular 27-002?
Mr. Chair, as far as the confidential funds audit is concerned, we base our audit mainly on the joint circular.
No, of course. That's why, may I ask you, that's why I'm asking you about the MC 97-002. Because the first question to be raised to you, if you are familiar with MC 97-002, is does Joint Memorandum Circular 2015-01 conforms of conform with your MC 97-002? Kasi ito po, lahat po dito is all about special cash advances. Mr. Chairman, how can we proceed? How can I proceed if the representative from NOAA
Attorney
is
Camora.
not knowledgeable about MC 97-002? Because requirements related in MC 97-002 or the GMC 2015-01 should conform with MC 97-002. And looking at the provisions of both MC and GMC, not all, but most of the provisions of such MC and GMC is in conforms with MC 97-002.
Yes, Mr. Chair, because MC 97-002's used for regular audit.
Correct. Tama.
Yes.
Okay, now, kasi hindi pwede magbanggaan yun, di ba? Tama?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now, let me proceed. You have a copy now with MC? Let's say with the 002?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, let me first ask, who appoints in this case, who appoints the SDO? In the case of the confidential fund of the Office of the Vice President, who is the appointing officer for the SDO?
As to the confidential funds, it was the President.
The President?
The Vice President.
The Vice President. And the Vice President, as the appointing officer, signed all the documents related to the station, the disbursements of such fund. Tama?
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
And of course, the special disbursement officer also signed. Tama?
Some of the documents, Mr. Chair.
Ano disbursing, during disbursement, some, but some. Bakit some? Kasi binigyan nga siya ng authority. She or he was appointed as the SDO by the appointing officer, and in this case, is the Vice President.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Except for the liquidation, a transmittal letter, which is by the head of agency.
Sorry?
Except for the transmittal letter, which is signed by the head of agency, all the reports are signed by the SDO.
Correct, except for the transmittal
Yes.
of the agency. Tama?
Yes.
But all liquidation reports and everything should be signed by the SDO.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Correct. And not only the SDO, not only, in this case, the Vice President, and that includes also the accountant.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, can you name the special disbursement officer, disbursing officer, in this case, of the confidential fund?
It's Miss Gina Costa.
Miss Gina Acosta. Okay. Specifically, what is the position of Miss Gina Acosta in the Office of the Vice President?
Mr. Chair, our documents here only identify her as the SDO.
So your document is only identifying her as the SDO. Okay, now, Mr. Chairman, with this, Mr. Chairman, I move that we invite Ms. Gina Acosta in the next hearing. At the same time, the Office of the Vice President should submit to this committee the official resignation of Ms. Gina Acosta.
There's a motion to invite Gina Acosta from the Office of the Vice President. Is there any second?
Second, Chair.
Duly seconded. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried.